What's up guys, welcome back. So the next 4 decks are going to be revealed indeed today here in Group E. Still 12 decks remaining, so of course the next series of decks will be revealed tomorrow, Saturday, and the last series of decks will be revealed on Sunday. Next 4 decks, first of all, again, like always, if you have a better list, opinions about the deck list, better card choices, feel free to leave your opinion down below, tips, suggestions. Again, these lists are not set, they can still change. Normally the matches should be starting next week, Monday, Tuesday, one of those days. The first list today is like one of those lists that got definitely a huge amount of votes. It's pretty much a staple in the Cross-Banlist Cup series, not per se this list. It's the Exceed version of Infernity's Sehabi's first place list from Worlds back in 2014, if I'm not mistaken. Main and key power cards being Soul Charge, of course, Triple Infernity, Archfiend, Triple Soul Charge. As I mentioned before, this should be Infernity's with the Worlds ban list, and that's why Infernity Barrier is at 1. But Triple Infernity Break, of course. Again, Sehabi's list doesn't need an introduction. Lavalva Chain, let's not forget that one. So Infernity, the Exceed version from 2014. The second deck is also an archetype that got a lot of votes actually, but it's quite difficult to pinpoint like a good list or a good list for the archetype. I mean, I have been using plants throughout, I believe, every Cross-Banlist Cup series, so I wanted to move away from the Tengu plant to the standard Tengu Synchro plant deck as we know, and I saw a lot of people suggesting the Quake Draw Denyu Warrior plant deck, not from Jeff Jones. This particular build was used later on, back in 2010. Should be a first place winner list, by the way. Main key cards of the deck being double Lone Fire, double Dandelion, of course. I'm looking at cards like Debris Dragon, YgoPro, of course, and of course the, what's it called, the super nimble Mega Hamster to fuel your double pot of Avarice in the main deck. And I'm looking at the boss monsters being Light and Darkness Dragon. Yeah, back then that was a huge card. And here in the extra deck being Drill Warrior, you know, recycling your Dandelion. Very interesting list, nostalgic list. It wasn't that big or for that long in our history, but again a very nostalgic list. The third list also got quite a lot of votes. It has already been featured, I think, a couple of years ago. It's an Hieratic variant, but it's a deck that we TCG players, I think, were able, or I should say allowed to play for, I think, 1 or 2 weekends. Since by the time we actually got the Evil Gishki, yeah, Gust Kraken, it was immediately limited by Konami here in the TCG, so limited to 1, right? This is Hieratic Gishki, the hand loop. Well, the deck is known as a hand loop deck, right? Picking at least 3 cards from your opponent's hand. Well, 2 cards being picked at random, and you can choose one of those being sent back to the deck. So very interesting. I can't say it's nostalgic because it was so degenerate back then, but I think it can definitely have a place in the Cross-Banlist Cup series 2012. As for the last deck list also got a lot of votes. I think it was, well, it's like one of those hero decks, but with a huge nostalgia factor attached to it. And it's again one of those variants from the good old and famous Diamond Dude Turbo. And I'm looking at Blood D, you know, the OCG name of Destiny Hero Plasma, same build. The deck got quite far in the previous Cross-Banlist Cup series, and I think because of that it got a lot of votes. So again, very interesting, especially with triple Stratos, right? Triple Reasoning, triple Dimension Fusion, Demok, Pre-Errata, etc, etc. So for new lists, like always, feel free to leave your suggestions. If you have other lists or card choices that may be better, again, let me know. Okay, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching, and feel free to leave a comment or a like if you enjoyed the video. Lithium signing out. Peace.